Shirlene Donetta Roberts was just 23 when she vanished from Jacksonville, Florida. She stepped out of her aunt's home on a September afternoon in 2009 and never returned. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, fair use is permitted for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Jacksonville, Florida, one of the largest cities in the U.S. by land, home of the Jaguars football team, with beautiful beaches, popular colleges and restaurants, shopping malls, and an entertainment-filled nightlife, keeping the natives home and attracting tourists from all over. A city so big, yet somehow everyone knows someone who knows someone, from the busy streets of Arlington Expressway to crossing bridges into downtown, where memories at the once popular Regency Mall still linger. Jacksonville carries its own kind of rhythm and history. From Northside, Southside, West, and out East, this city holds stories on every corner. Even if you've never stepped foot into Jacksonville, Florida, chances are you've heard of it, because in recent years, the city made headlines through its connection to drill rap and street violence. And while things have calmed down thanks to their local law enforcement efforts, not every story in the city's history made it to the news, especially back in the earlier 2000s, where some crimes and disappearances barely made a sound. No headlines, no billboards, little to no details, and families waiting, hoping, and still searching for answers. In this series, we're looking back at missing persons cases from Jacksonville, Florida, cases that may no longer be in the news, but were never forgotten by the people who knew them. Shirlene was born on January 28, 1986, and grew up in Jacksonville. Life wasn't always smooth, but she faced each day with resilience and determination. By her early 20s, she worked as a dancer at The Pony, a bikini club off McDuff Avenue, located on the north side of Jacksonville. Some people judged Shirlene's choices, but anyone who knew Shirlene saw a young woman doing her best to make a living, admired by her unapologetic spirit. Shirlene also had her run-ins with law enforcement, and that's not brought up to judge her. Charges related to prostitution aren't unheard of, especially for young women navigating survival. In 2009, the same year she disappeared, Shirlene was arrested on one of those charges. And I want to be clear, we mention this not to define her by it, but because it matters that her name existed in public records. She had an identity, and more than anything, my personal belief is, how can we have any chance of bringing closure to families if the transparency is shaded? On September 10, 2009, Shirlene was staying at her aunt's home on Notter Avenue Street, located at Jacksonville's north side. Sometime early that evening, between 4 and 5 p.m., Shirlene and her aunt had a scolding over her smoking illegal herbal substances. This argument caused Shirlene to feel upset, so she decided to step outside, just needing some space. But somehow, Shirlene never returned back to her aunt's home. Shirlene was reported missing on September 11, 2009. By some accounts, reported missing on September 10th. She was reported missing by her family, as her not contacting anyone or no one seeing her was out of character. Her cell phone, her purse, even her shoes were left behind. After Shirlene disappeared, both police began asking around, trying to piece together where she might have gone and who she might have been with. Neighbors close by told police they saw a man of unknown identity pull her inside of a vehicle and then drive away. That moment, captured by a witness, is the last confirmed sighting of Shirlene. Police also spoke with witnesses at The Pony, the bikini club where Shirlene worked. Investigators learned that the night before she disappeared, she left work at the club with a man rumored to carry guns and traffic drugs. No one has ever been able to tie him definitely to her disappearance. Investigators also learned Shirlene often hung around the 2800 block of Pearl Street, known as kind of a dangerous area in Jacksonville at the time. The investigators searched the area and asked about Shirlene, but no clues came of it. Flyers were posted across Jacksonville, focusing on the north side where she frequented, and local media ran scattered stories. But after a burst of early attention, the case went cold. No arrests, no breakthroughs, just a family left with no answers. The Jacksonville police labeled Shirlene's case endangered, and foul play is suspected in her disappearance. Shirlene Donetta Roberts was last seen on September 11, 2009. She stood just 4 feet 11 inches tall and weighed about 100 100 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information about what happened to Shirlene Donetta Roberts, please contact the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Sharing even small details could help bring answers to her family. This is the part where I usually ask for your thoughts on the case, and of course I'd love to hear your perspective, but if you choose to share, I kindly ask that you keep it respectful. The comments are a space for thoughtful opinions and discussion, not for judgment or lack of empathy for others. With that said, I'd love to know what you think in the comments below, and if you haven't already, please like this video to help spread awareness about Shirlene's case. It's really upsetting when cases like this go so long without answers. The information out there is so limited, and honestly, I wish I had more to share about Shirlene. What I do know is that she was a human being. She was alive, breathing, and in regular contact with her family. Until one day, she wasn't. And that's not fair. No one deserves to disappear and be forgotten. Missing persons are missing persons, and victims are victims, and that's just that. That status doesn't change because of the choices someone made. People deserve justice, and their family deserve closure. What if the sighting of Shirlene being pulled into a car was part of something more sinister? What if someone really did do something to her? Are they still out there, just walking around freely? Did they get the chance to hurt someone else? All because we choose to judge and stigmatize instead of investigate and care? Something to keep in mind when we decide to pass judgment onto possible victims of these cases. I truly hope one day some justice can come for Shirlene, whether she's found or answers are provided to bring some peace and closure to the hearts who miss her. This is the story of Shirlene Donetta Roberts. Thank you for listening. If you believe in keeping these cases present and bringing awareness to each story, consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It helps more people find these stories and helps keep them from being forgotten. And if you'd like to know when new videos go up, you can also tap the bell icon and YouTube will notify you when we post new videos here at Lavender Files.